You walk into a big, intimidating building. You're all alone. Everywhere you look, there are people on these scary and intimidating machines. So you slowly approach one, try to figure it out, but you don't want to do it too slowly because you don't want to look like a fool in front of everybody else. And when you figure it out, you're on it, and you're looking around, comparing yourself to other people. You do this for a while, and soon you get into a rhythm. You go in, you do your thing, you leave. Go in, do your thing, leave. But after a while, you don't have any motivation to go. No one's there to push you. No one's there to say, hey, you're doing a great job, you should keep doing it. I don't know about y'all, but every time I've walked into a gym of any sort, this is exactly how I felt. Walk in, do my thing, walk out. I feel great the first couple of weeks, then just kind of dwindles away and I don't care anymore. It wasn't until this year that I found CrossFit. And CrossFit is a totally different world. Now, pretty sure everybody has heard about CrossFit from someone, somewhere, somehow. But I'm going to kind of explain what it really is. Despite what some people may say about it, some people think it's not good for you, bad for your body, you're doing things that you probably shouldn't be doing, and none of that's true. Essentially what my coach first told me when I first walked into a CrossFit facility is there's one phrase that truly describes what CrossFit really is. And that was, CrossFit is constantly varied functional movements executed at high intensity across broad module and time domains. I looked at him, I was like, what did you just say? Because that wasn't English. And so he broke it down for me. He said, constantly varied functional movements. Really all that's saying is that you are doing a ton of different movements that you do every day. Like if you bend down and pick something up, you just did a deadlift. You squatted down, you picked it up, deadlift. You take something heavy and you put it on a shelf above your head, you just did an overhead lift. All CrossFit boils down to is you are doing movements you do every day, day in, day out, that you don't even realize, but you're either adding weight to it or you're doing it in a certain amount of time, which brings me to the next part of the statement, that it's intensity across a broad module and time domain. It's adding weight each time you do it. As you get stronger and stronger, you add weight. And then in some workouts you have a restricted amount of time, or you do it as much as you can in that restricted amount of time, or you have 20 minutes and you do as many rounds as you possibly can do in that 20 minutes. So it's an intensified version of stuff you do every single day. So how did all this get started? Well, there was a man named Greg Glassman who was a former gymnast, and he wanted to optimize fitness. And so in 2000, he started coming up with the ideas of CrossFit and truly developing it. And it wasn't until early 2000s that it really became a new fitness craze that everybody was all into. And it just took the world by storm. It became this huge new concept that nobody had thought about before. And so it eventually even became a sport where they have the top elite CrossFit competitors compete every year at the CrossFit Games, and they are deemed the fittest athlete in the world. Now, I could go into exactly all of the movements you do in a typical workout, all of the different types of form and function, but I feel like that's not really anything different than what some people do at a gym. Everybody knows a push-up, everybody knows a sit-up, everybody knows basic lift movements. So I talked to my coaches, and they told me, CrossFit really boils down to essentially 3 different things that make it different than just going to a gym. One is that intensity of workout. You may be at the box for an hour, but you're not doing your workout the entire time. We take about 20 minutes to fully warm up and stretch and roll out any muscles that may be sore from the previous workout or sore from whatever you're doing that week. And then you get into your workout. Your workout usually is only about 10 to 20 minutes, no longer than that. And so in that 10 to 20 minutes, you are pushing and pushing and pushing. You are fully intense, and as much as you can give, you give. And that's why I look the way I do. I decided I would do this speech right after I did a CrossFit workout to kind of show you what you look like. I mean, I don't look a hot mess, but I am a mess. I'm sweaty. And so you put everything you have into it. You give it all you've got and just keep going at it. And the second thing that he told me made CrossFit completely different is it is not a gym. You do not say I'm going to the gym. CrossFit is not a gym. Do not say that. You're going to the box. And essentially we say that because you walk into a CrossFit box and you will not see any equipment, gym equipment. Now you'll see, rigs and pull-up bars and ropes and stuff like that, but you will not see treadmills or elliptical machines or anything like that. It is a big open space, and you are the machine. You are all you need to do CrossFit, plus a few weights here and there. And like I've said before, it's strictly a full body workout. And finally, what makes CrossFit so different is the community. You become friends, and you feel like you have formed a family at CrossFit. I just competed in a CrossFit competition this past weekend. 4 different boxes, no one really knew each other. By mid-competition, people I had no idea who they were cheering me on, giving me motivation, pushing me to do my best, pushing me to my limit. And I never met these people. And that's what CrossFit gives you. It gives you that community, that family atmosphere that just motivates you to keep going and come back and do your best and absolutely perform to your top ability. And now I walk into a smaller place with friendly people that know who I am, are excited that I'm there, want to work with me, and I want to work with them to achieve the workout, to do the best we can, to push each other to our limits, and to work as a team and to work as a group to finish the workouts day in, day out. And you leave feeling accomplished and motivated way more than you did when you started. And you come back the next time eager and ready to do it all over again and meet new people and see your same old friends and work even harder than you did last time. And so that's what CrossFit gives you. That's what CrossFit is.